Been a busy couple of weeks, so tomorrow we'll return this one. This was a service, new carburetor, it was surging, new battery, put some tubes in it, and we'll get this one back to the customer. Carolyn and I have been talking about whether we want to get a trailer to pick up zero turn specifically. I can get most riding mowers into the back of the truck. Now when it's a over 48 inches, this one's 48 on the nose, but when it's over 48 inches, it doesn't fit into the bed of the truck, but we can set it on the tailgate. I got a chain and a cable, come along cable, and so that pulls it up into the truck bed pretty good. We put a couple straps on it, and we do pretty good with that way. Or we can just take the deck off before we put it in the truck. So I think as far as riding mowers, we're okay. There's the fire trucks. Yesterday I was talking about fire trucks. These brush fires just won't stop, and today it's not even windy. There's a little breeze, but that's about it. It's non-stop nearly. Kind of wish the governor would get involved. I can't seem to convince him. So we've been talking about getting a trailer and maybe renting trailers from U-Haul. You figure U-Haul, it's going to be 25 to 35 bucks to rent a trailer from U-Haul, and then you got to do it twice because you got to return it. So, you know, that can be up to 75 bucks roughly in delivery fees, and I don't know if people would pay it. So right now we're doing pickup and delivery for free, but we're not advertising it as a service. It's just something that if they say, well, I don't have a way to get it to you, then we can say, well, is it a zero turn? If not, we can pick it up. And then even suggest that if they wanted to deliver it, they could, if it's a zero turn, to get a U-Haul. So I don't, it's, $75, and that's just to rent the trailer. That's not even, for gas or anything. But the biggest problem I have with renting a trailer is the lake. That's where most of my customers come from, is the lake. It's just trails. One lane gravel road, and usually it's a huge hill with a cliff. There's no place to turn around. If you were going to back up, you'd have to back up in this one lane road forever. If you ran into traffic, you're in trouble. And I keep thinking about this John Deere I just returned. Picked it up and returned it. The guy lived on a hill, and the truck struggled to get up the hill. It was so steep, with the gravel. And it was a 54-inch. We were able to get in the back of the truck. But if we'd had to have a trailer, first of all, I don't think we would have been able to get the trailer up his hill. I just don't think it would have happened. So we would have had to bring the mower down the hill, which, you had gravity on your side, I guess. Load it in this one lane road, and then figure out how to turn it around. Now, if we got a light trailer, we could disconnect it, turn around by hand, but, it's just more work. And so I think what we're going to do is we're going to continue to exclude zero turns. I know that could be a loss of business. Here's my thing. This year, everybody who says they have a zero turn has offered to deliver it here for us without us even saying, no, we can't deliver it, except for one person. And I believe this one person wanted us to work on her property. I don't think she wanted us to bring the mower here, no matter what the situation was. We did some work for her over the winter. It had this huge log splitter. It had to saw. It was all hydraulic. You put these huge logs on it, and the hydraulic system, the conveyor system, would move the log into the chainsaw portion, cut it, and then it would split it all in one, I guess, action. And the engine wasn't running on it. It was a Kohler engine, so it was just bad gas. So I went over there and drained the gas out of it and got it running. But the whole time, either her neighbor or her or both were standing over my shoulder like a hawk. And I suspect they don't trust whoever's working on their equipment. They just don't trust them. So when I said, well, okay, yeah, you can bring it over here, she said, well, we don't have a trailer. Well, they live on a farm. They got cows. Some way they're transporting logs. You know, I'm sure they've got a trailer. I'm sure of it. Could be wrong, but I don't see them as possible. I think they just wanted us to come over and work on their equipment so they could keep an eye on me. But when you service a lawnmower, you know, that's a couple-hour job. It's not something you just do, you know, change the oil and run away. You know, you got to check things and inspect things and get it up on the lift and get underneath there, take the blades off, put it on the sharpener. I mean, am I supposed to carry all that equipment over there? How do I power that equipment with electric generators and all that? So I don't think I want to. Well, I've done that last year. I worked on site, and it was just a bad experience. And I don't think I want to. Unless it's absolutely necessary, like that log splitter, I don't think I'm going to do it again. And even at that, I'm not even sure I want to do log splitter jobs. So I don't know if we're going to get a trailer right away. And if we do, it'll be in the future. It's nothing we're in a hurry about. Hey, I'm going to interrupt this video real quick and ask that if you can go to the end of this video, and at the end of the video there's going to be up next box over one of my shoulders. I'd appreciate it if you click it and it'll take you over to my other channel. Getting so close to having enough watch hours. I mean, I wish I could just brag to you, but I know the trolls would just kill me. But if you could watch those videos and get me over the top, I'd really appreciate it. We're so close. And then I won't do this begathon anymore. Well, occasionally I might, you know, for new subscribers. Thank you. We'll see how much business we lose this year from not being able to pick up stuff. Stuff that I would feel confident that we could have gotten the job if we had the trailer. I don't think we'd have gotten this job, so I'm not even counting this one. I don't think we'd have gotten it. I don't think she wanted her lawnmower off-site. So now the other day I was telling you that my pipe for my French drain clogged up with mud. Now, just so those that don't understand what the French drain is, because I did get some questions, up here, under all these leaves, you'll see gravel. Underneath the gravel is a pipe with holes in it. So water drains down into this gravel, into that pipe, and it comes out on the front side of the well and just drains down the hill. So this was completely packed with mud from one end to the other. I busted it open to see what was going on. I know it doesn't look attractive, but I don't really care at this point. I just need it to work. I don't need it to be attractive. I have more pipe if I wanted to replace it. So today I decided to take this pipe up, see what was going on. The French drain's clear. There's no mud in the French drain. So I don't know where the mud came from. You can't really get mud in the French drain. It's gravel. But so I picked it up and bounced the rest of it out today. But now it's all clear. But I'm going to leave this opened up. I might clean it up a little bit with a saw or something. I'm going to leave it up so I can monitor if it's getting clogged up with mud. And if it is, I can just pick it up and bounce it off again. Once I realized what I could do, it wasn't that hard. I came down here and just tipped it up on its end and started bouncing it on the stump here. A lot of it came out, and then I threw it on the ground and this came out. Now look at this. This is, I don't know, I guess that looks like mud, but I don't know what that is. It's why is it dark? I'm wondering if an animal had gotten up in there and made a home and just packed it full of mud. A gopher, maybe? I don't know. Somebody said it was leaves turning to mud. Well, not in 1 year. It would take decades for that much mud to get it put in there. So I don't know where the mud came from. It's a mystery, but hopefully we'll get it resolved. You know, every year, every spring, I'm dealing with this well, so water doesn't get into it. And by the time I'm dead, I suspect I might have it figured out. Get this out of here so I don't run over it with the lawnmower. But I kept it out so you guys could see it. It doesn't stink. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna be sure to wash my hands though. So like I said, it's not near as windy today. It's quite peaceful. Now, for the last 2 weeks, I've been extremely busy. Non-stop busy, except for the weekend. But last weekend, we started getting more equipment in for the next week. That's not happening today. Today is Saturday, and I haven't gotten any calls or anything. But there are some people out there saying they're going to bring their lawnmowers over within the next week or two. So, I mean, we're still in March, and the grass is just now starting to grow. I don't think anybody's really still thinking about cutting grass just yet. So, yeah, I would imagine as soon as I steer, the roar of the mower. I heard that on the weather one time. I suspect when I start hearing lawnmowers is when I'm going to start getting a lot of business. I got two, you know, I say I'm not busy. I got two pieces of equipment now. It's a leaf blower and a weed eater. So, I mean, that's business. It's just not these huge services. You know, these service jobs are huge money. I'm gonna come down here and shut off the inverter real quick. I turned it on to fill the water, and I don't remember shutting it off. No, I shut it off. Look at that. Okay. But boy, today's pretty. It's just incredible. One day it's winter time out, and the next day it's 80 degrees. And you don't really know what to do with the wood stove. This morning I woke up, and even yesterday, the last 3 days, it's been extremely cold in the house when I woke up. So we had 59, 59, and 62 this morning. So you like the wood stove. In the last 2 days, that was fine. It really didn't hurt us. The temperature got up into the 50s during the day, and that was fine. But today, lit the wood stove, and the temperature outside got into the 80s. Well, I mean, it's just unbearably hot in the house. But do you open the door and let all that heat out, and then regret it tonight when it gets cold again because you just let all the heat out during the day? It's my ex-wife used to complain about running the heater in the morning and the air conditioner in the evening. Well, I think this is even worse because, you know, during the night you don't want to light the wood stove if you don't have to. It gets pretty hot in there. It makes it hard to sleep. So we'll get through this spring stuff. Wacky, crazy temperatures. So I guess that's all I got to talk about today. I got to put it's supposed to rain tonight, so I got to put a tarp on top of that lawnmower and get these put away real quick. So I guess we'll just call it quits for this day. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video on my other channel, and I really would appreciate it if you'd watch those videos. Sure is helping me out. So hope I can inspire you to enjoy your days off when you're living your dreams. Thanks for watching.